Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news show. Maximum effort as we start the week. It's the MCN. Let's see what's happening in the wonderful world of Marvel Contest of Champions. And now let's start the show with a brand new feature I call Bugs Everywhere. Let's all have a laugh. Like this. Oh, did you know that a Mega Sentinel can fly or hover just a little bit off the ground? Well, she can. You can see right here. This is one of many little bugs that are happening in the wacky world of Marvel Contest of Champions. And we all wish that the game would be optimized for a lot of different devices. But you can see here, hey, just hover. It's fine. You can just be above the enemy character. Next up in Bug Watch, you can see right here, there is this really weird portal. Sometimes Kabam get portals right, sometimes they get them wrong. Like imagining the fact that you could go back and forth between different portals. Yes, granted, what you could do is go down to Dazzler, so this can be an avoidable bug. But yeah, it's just a bit weird, isn't it, that you can do this. But it's not a bad bug. It's just a choice, I guess. Thanks to those that reached out about this one. But yeah, you can just go down to Dazzler if you so choose. Now shout out to Unnamed Loser for this one. If you want a little cute thing or a little cute champion appearing randomly, and again we're down to optimization, different devices, and bugs in the crazy world of MCOC, then you can have this. Look, a tiny little thing, like so cute there. I'm going to do exactly the same, but I'm going to have Frank help me out. I can create a Marvel Contest of Champions Kabam related bug myself. Look at him. He's on screen. By the way, he came out of hibernation. He's doing very well at this moment in time. And yeah, look at him. Yeah. We can do the same thing. We've got a bug here on the RichTheMan channel where Frank the Tortoise randomly appears at the bottom of your screens. Don't adjust your headsets and phone sets and TV devices. He is right there on a full guy, and now he's coming across the screen. He's here, and he's gonna eat you. A shout out to White Mummy. If you don't remember, White Mummy designs a lot of stuff that you might have seen artwork wise, and has done some amazing After Effects based work, which we are going to. I might even put it as the intro. He did one for myself. I need to rotate it more, but maybe I'll think about it in the future. There's other stuff that I've got to do for the channel, but yeah, I'll probably put that at the start of this video for you to check out. He designed that, and it's always good to see that King Groot. Anyway, these are just nice, polite requests that Kabam, rather than saying rant, because it's not really rant, because it's actually politely put with some of the things that are just sick suggestions. And when does this align with you as a player? You know, have you say in the comments, go to check out the link in the description where White Mummy posted this. And it's just a nice, it's requested stuff. You know, first of all, make AQ as same as raids. The concept of AQ map 1 to 1, the same as raids. It doesn't make any sense to do the same quest every day, and everyone hates it with a passion. It is very repetitive. I even forgot, sorry to my alliance, I think it was on Thursday that we were back in AQ. I just completely forgot. I actually thought we were doing AQ raids, and that's just like the rotation of it can become quite brutal at times and forgettable, especially if you're kind of doing some other bits of content that you want to focus on. I'm very much in endgame content pursuit at the moment, which is very laborious and is kind of tanking my mood a lot, which isn't particularly great to have that kind of tank of mood. Also, event quest, I agree with this. Just remove the event quest gauntlet entry key and let everyone choose if they want to clear EQ or not. If they don't want to clear EQ, then there must be a reason. True. With the focus on doing Battlegrounds, which you have to do for Dark Plumes, multiple times, 2 seasons worth, also doing some other content here and there, and also like free to play, catching up with trying to get units and other things like that. You know, lesser skilled at trying to get units in order to get them through content. It's hard work. The game is hard work, and it's becoming more grindier. You know, there's not enough time to do incursions. Saga incursions as well are interesting. Then you'll have to do that when that comes around because of the Dark Plumes, because of the what's it called, light essence. Like you're feeling forced to do stuff at times, and Kabam will say, "No, everyone's got a choice because otherwise you could just spend to get them." It just doesn't. That's not the point, Kabam. That's just not the fun side of things. You're taking away the fun. You're making the game more grindier. And also, if we've got event quests, side quests, story quests, and endgame content being added in on a regular basis, which it is, and other side events and solo events that might come about. Anyway, I don't want to get into ranty territory. This I agree with. I do think that it's come the time to at least allow Arena Express mode to be accessed by non-spending. How you do that? Well, and people say, well, giving out everything for free, Rich. No. Have something in place. Reach level 70, get it. Reach level 65 and get it. Like, you're working towards something and it's a big achievement. And yeah, it will take time. People are only getting to level 62, so trying to get that will take to the rest of the year. At least people are working towards something, and then add something better that's going to be, you know, for those. It reduces down grind. That reduces down. It's a quality of life improvement to allow non-spending players to access the Arena Express mode. That would be good, but I just don't see Kabam doing it. I want it. I think it'd be good for the player base, but I don't think it's in Kabam's nature to offer it for free. The paywall element it sucks, but I do agree with that. Remove the regular incursions. Yeah, Saga incursions are more fun. Go figure. And having maybe rotating it twice, like having Saga incursions reset halfway through the month, maybe gives players a little bit more excitement as well, because the rewards will be technically better, or buff the regular incursions. But I think that maybe players would want a bit of spice, and doing something like Saga incursions at least twice a month, as opposed to doing it twice a month with the other, just would be giving better rewards. Or just go and just do Saga incursions as standard, because it's more fun, funky, and yeah, just spices it up a little bit. Great point to touch on. Update Battlegrounds rewards. It's not just there as well. There's multiple places that need rewards buffs. I totally agree. And then finally, remove class boost purchase limit. That would be good. That honestly would be good to access for players, whether it's Alliance Wars, whether or not it's anywhere in the game, pieces of event quests. It's just nice to have those particular elements improved. What are your thoughts on these? And also the mode. Battlegrounds needs to be looked into as a mode to kind of improve the pace of which, and some other elements as well. Just farming, grind, time investment. Like, come on, dude. Anyway, what are your thoughts and where do you stand on some of this stuff? Go to White Mummy's thread on X, or have your say on the matters in the comments. So let's now look at Battlegrounds. Okay, so I might have done a Sunday video. I don't know my time frame. There's a lot of stuff going on at the moment, but I definitely something that I wanted to go back to talk about, and that is Battlegrounds. But Kabam have given an indication that they're willing to get stuff improved with it. And it's part of a longer process. There's a lot of stuff with Battlegrounds that needs to be sorted out. And Battlegrounds has started to turn into a bit like Arena, in that if you lose your streak, you then have to start it again, which means your farming, your time grind extends. If you lose in Battlegrounds, you're then not able to make gains. If you're not able to make gains because no one's battling, no one's matching at the higher levels, if as well you're not making any progress in a lower level, and you have to because you need some piece of something, an essence, a dark plume, then it is becoming a frustrating mode. It's not rewarded as well. There's so many things that need to be revamped and improved when it comes to Battlegrounds. This was a little appetizer to say something could improve. Kabam Dork said on Friday, we have seen your comments on Battlegrounds, particularly the latest string of videos regarding the mode. We're continuously working on Battlegrounds and are committed to its long-term success. We recognise that in the few recent months, we have not done the best job of keeping all of you in the loop of Battlegrounds development. We hear you and understand your frustrations. The game team has been cooking a few things that will address many of the concerns, but we aren't quite ready to share them yet to an end. Details will be provided by the resident long post that Kabam crashed in the coming weeks, but for now, we want to make sure that you know what that we see you and hear feedback. We're taking these conversations very seriously. There seems to be a bit of an improvement with transparency in the last week. Like in the last week, not before the last week. I'm not talking about like February and January. But these last 2 months leading up to this right here, this last week, it just didn't feel like we felt like mushrooms. And trying to find out what is happening with the game is such an important thing. People are starting to leave the game. I've seen friends, people I know about, just go, do you know what? I'm had enough of this. Kabam aren't responding. They aren't letting us know what they're doing with improvements for the future. What have I got to look forward to? What am I hyped about? Endgame content is the only thing that's been like, oh, well, I don't want to do that type of content. It doesn't tick my boxes. I want to find out stuff that I enjoy. I want the general things that makes this game good, or had made this game good up to a certain point, dealt with. And I really hope this is a continuation of what Kabam are planning to do. The community management team are now allowed, because they may not have been allowed to say any of this stuff. They may have known stuff, but they're not allowed to say anything. So the highest up at Kabam may be finally allowing people to, well, you know, Kabam Dork, Karate Mike, Pinwheel, starting to like let people know this is stuff that is going to be happening. You'll find out more, but it will be here. And I hope this is more of this to come. And on that sentiment, ending the video today is indeed the point of Kabam are communicating more transparency from the last week, and please continue, Kabam. There's a lot more to this that meets the eye with, say, the medium Intercept, but I'm sure we can all be happy with the fact that they're communicating. It's great to get that communication. The next thing is fixing it. So it's a three-pronged attack. We've been not ignored, but we haven't been communicated to up until, as I said, last week. But it's still good to kind of like see the extent of positivity around Kabam, you know, letting us know stuff. And yeah, no acknowledgement unless the devs finds a fix. Hope we can change this mindset in the future. In the bug report, we need to be able to reproduce the bug for it to be acknowledged. If we can't reproduce it or reproduce it consistently, it remains under investigation until we can do that. There are some times we get videos of issues clearly happening to the individual, but we can't take those same steps, same champs, same quests and produce the same results. We can't really acknowledge that without further investigation. That all being said, we can do a better job on transparency of this moving forward. This has always been a problem I've had with Kabam, is trust. Like, because there's no or limited trust in you, the player, what you experience versus what is elsewhere. You could go back, like Legacy has tons of it, and the players have even said, like, check out Legacy's stream at one particular point because X, Y, and Z happened. I was, you know, and there's lots of other streamers out there. If I had the time to live stream, you'd probably see some instances where I've had issues. There's plenty of visual representation of these bugs happening. It's just Kabam's mission to go, well, that's player issue, skill issue. And that's the difficulty of trust that you have with Kabam, or we have with Kabam. And that's them as well kind of acknowledging, look, the game isn't perfect. Most games aren't perfect. Although, if you go and play a lot of other games, especially on mobile, here's a good example. Marvel Realm of Champions, when it was launched, had little to no input-based issues. I was playing on an iPhone 7, which was, I think, running about, that was like 4 or 5 years old at the time, and ran that game fine. My even device would overheat, but it was a new game, but it ran fine. This game is just so different with its optimization running on various different devices and the experience you have. Now, without me going into like too many details on stuff, because I just feel like I'm just repeating myself in every single other video as to fundamentals of the game and what is running well, or had run well, say, a couple years ago, but isn't working well now. It's just Kabam being honest about stuff. That just being honest, like, this isn't working out. Are the players of this game experiencing the best that we can offer? Are we doing as much? Do we have the resource? And that's always a concern that I've had for the last, say, 3 years or 4 years as redundancies or layoffs and other stuff like that have come in. What is the resource to kind of go, look, let's undertake a project for 1 month where we assess the performance of inputs. Or the next month is, let's assess the impact or how things are currently with Intercepts. Or another month, a project on AI. Like at work at the moment, I'm undertaking a project which is going to take about 3 months to do, which will get some benefit to a different side of the business. Right? And that's not to do with like YouTube or anything. It's to do with the actual thing. It's going to bring benefit. But if I don't see that project through to the end, I'll never know, number one, if it's a success. Number two, can I actually improve something that's there? And that's always something that I want to do. And it's the same thing that I hope that Kabam do. Because, let's face it is doo-doo at the moment for dealing with things like Intercept, current state of AI, Battlegrounds, rewards metas, and other things like that. So you want them to do well. It's just, well, what are they tackling? Are they tackling? The final thing I want to end on is that, yes, I wish them well. I wish them well to get this sorted. It's just these little things, the AI being one thing, just the controls. moving out at an enemy, you want to make sure that you're in good hands, and that's what I hope that we will get. A fix to a lot of the problems this year, and 2025 needs to be the year of optimization and improving the fundamentals of the game, being a fighting game. You want to know that the AI is going to be not on your side, but fair, and that is something that I think a lot of us want to see. Anyway, what are your thoughts on some of the matters raised? Check out some other content located on screen right now, and I'll see you all in the next video, whatever stuff that I'm covering. Bye!